Da-da-da-da-dum. Yep. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action. Hello. Oh, that's better. Hello, welcome back to my live stream, and as you can tell from today's live stream, it's my birthday. Yep, it is officially my birthday. I am now 25. Wow. I am now 25 years old today. I'm the big 205, which, wow, I can't believe, can't believe I'm 25. I don't know what to say. I generally don't know what to, sorry, I'm currently drinking my drink. I really don't know what to say other than the fact that I'm 25. Wow. I'm 25 years old. I don't know why. I definitely feel like I am obviously 25, you know. But today, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but today basically my birthday feels kind of like lull a little bit. um I don't know. I think just because like there's not a lot of people for me to celebrate my birthday with right now on my actual birthday, but yeah, I will say though yeah, I can't believe that today is my 25th birthday. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I have officially lived a quarter century now. Um, I generally just I'm in disbelief that I am now 25 because it wasn't that long ago I had turned 20 and now today I'm 25 years old. Today's my birthday. Wow. Hello strawberries. How are you? So yeah, um, I 5 years ago I was 20. Today I am 25. I am now 25 years old. I can't believe I can't believe I've lived for a quarter century now. Ooh, happy birthday. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Hi, do you like Stray Kids? I listen to Stray Kids, but I mostly listen to their songs like Boom Chick Chick Boom and also La La La. So hi, what's up? Hi, today's my birthday, so I'm currently live because it's my birthday. Today is my 25th birthday, which means, like I said earlier in this live stream, I have now lived a quarter century. I have now lived a quarter century of my life. I can't believe though, like, I'm 25 now. I can't believe I'm 25 now. Like, wow, where did the time go? Where did the time go? Cause it wasn't that long ago that I felt like I turned 20, and now I'm 25. Like, wow, wow, I'm 25. Can't believe it. Uh, yeah, people are talking about Cat's Eye and Stray Kids. Whoa, really? My bias is Megan. Oh, you're talking about Cat's Eye. You mean like the touch, 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 thought about you way too much, 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 much. Over, thinking us. Cause you've been so out of touch. You could've had my love, but you've been so out of touch. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did that. Yeah, I'm very sorry. Promise you won't do it anymore? Yeah, I promise I won't. I promise I won't. Um, I think by 28 you're what? come up with a different story. Where are you? I'm from North Carolina, USA, but I have been thinking about moving lately. So, no, it's the lyric. I paid for you. What? Now, what can I say? I don't know. People are showing up on the live stream giving me like questions. It's my birthday live stream. I don't know if I've ever done that. Say something I ain't heard before. This is confusing. You're confused. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to like adjust my tripod. Okay. Okay. First off, let me just say my tripod is very confusing to like even use because I've had like three tripods just die on me like that. Three. Um, I've had three tripods just die on me. The first one just didn't want to stand anymore, and somehow like one of the legs had given out. The second one, I was recording, and then after I was done recording, I went to place my phone because that's how I record my videos. After I get done recording, I always place it on like my desk or my bed or even my dresser. And I just went out of the room for like 1 minute, and then the next thing I know, I hear a sound, and my tripod, and this is my second tripod just falls to the ground, and the one of the grippers part, one of the parts that like holds your phone, the tripod part that holds your phone, just broke, and pretty much, yeah. Now, this is my third tripod. Just so happened to be um, I don't know how to explain it. There was like a half and half situation going on, meaning like half of the tripod wanted to work, and the other half is just like, yeah, no, screw you. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, the third one just didn't want to work. Sorry, I just bumped into my tripod. Now, although, here's the thing though, this tripod that I have that is right here, um, basically, I have the ring light from like my first tripod that luckily didn't break, but also I have it attached to the stand from my third tripod, so yeah, I don't know if I would technically call this like my fourth, but yeah. So, this is another tripod I'm using, so there you go. I have a question. Do you open the microwave before it beeps or let that thing ring? Interesting question. I just wait for it to beep and be done because I'm one of those people. How are you, bro? I'm doing okay. Today is my birthday, and today is also the day I got it prepared for tonight because tonight I have to go to bed and get ready for work tomorrow because I was just given a new schedule just out of the blue. Um, and by that I mean one of my coworkers who I work with on the weekends. He was the one to tell me about a work schedule, not my manager, not my assistant manager, nobody. Just I didn't even get a text or a phone call. So yeah. So tomorrow I have to go to work on a Wednesday and Thursday though. So how old are you, bro? I am officially 25 years old today. I am now officially 25. I am 25 years old today. Today is my birthday. Today, I've officially lived a quarter century. And all I can say is 25 had better be a good age, okay? Because I just I have dealt with way too much in the beginning of my 20s that I now want to have 25 be the age where basically I'm just like, okay, 25 have I 25 just as better be a better age. Old. Oh wow, you think I'm old? You look like a teenager. Why do people get that? Hold on, I kid you not. Just a few weeks ago, I had done a live stream where basically I talked about I went to a thrift store and there was a part of the thrift store that was like doing an opening. And I kid you not, there was a lady that came up to me that was serving lemonade and mimosas. And I had to ask for the I asked for the mimosa, and they told me they needed my ID, and so I gave them my ID, and they were like, "Wait, you're 24? I thought you were 17." And I was like, "What?" Like, because here's the thing though, why? That's the one issue I'm having problems in my 20s apparently, and that is I don't look like I've aged past 19. Like why? Like that's not like a weird flex or anything about it, but I think at this point it just gets annoying, really. Am I gay? I'm bisexual. I'm bisexual, so what? No, I came out as bisexual when I was 20. Sheesh. You look 15. Wow. Yeah, I know for a fact that's not true. That's just a joke. That is just a joke. Lesbian? Do I look like a woman? I'm broken. Wow, that's nice. Wow, I love how like suddenly trolls just started appearing on my birthday. Today is my birthday and I'm getting trolls. That's nice. And haters. That's nice. Um, do you Where are you from? I'm from North Carolina, USA. Hello people. Hello. Yeah, so basically, I don't know. Yo, what's up, gang? Hi, today's my birthday. I'm officially 25. I'm officially 25 years old. Um, yeah. Still can't believe I'm 25. Like, I did not imagine that I would be 25. Um, I would not imagine that I would be 25. So, um, yeah. And now, I can't, I'm just hoping 25 is a better age because, like, I want 25 to be the age where basically I hope it gets a little bit better. That is all I can say. And also that I can also accomplish more goals this year for me. Like for one thing, obviously I want to have better health and also just do more. Like I just want to like achieve more. That's all I want to do, okay? I'm possessed. That's something. Let's see. 25 is the age where you get trolled online more. Yeah, I feel like that's true. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Why would you not imagine you would be 25? Did you grow up No. No, I just had a lot of mental health issues a lot when I was younger. And pretty much there were times where my mind has went to some dark places, I will be honest. But, I kept fighting because, I want to make sure that I want to live a very long time. Like, I also want to basically do a lot and not give up. And if people do, try to make me feel bad, or if, like a troll or a hater does something to me, I'm just like, peace, see ya. So, happy birthday from Stray Kids Lover. Oh, thank you so much. Vampire or werewolf? Hmm. I always say werewolf, but I think it's because I'm so pale, vampire. Like, that's another thing that I want to do. I want to, I don't know. I think I want to get more sun. Okay, I need to get more like sunlight on my skin. I need more vitamin D. That is something I definitely need. Okay, let's see. How are you feeling also? Happy birthday. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. You and me are both, ah, okay. You need face tattoos. No, no. This person says I'm autistic, and what's wrong with being autistic? What's wrong with being autistic? I didn't know that was a problem. Like I know for a fact that a lot of people I grew up around love to make fun of people who are autistic. Which by the way, is a very sad thing to grow up around. Like anybody here who thinks that someone with autism is like a joke or it's an embarrassment or anything like that, then quite honestly, I feel like you just did not get any like proper research on what it means to be to for someone who actually deals with autism in very serious ways. However, though, I think it's also because a lot of people do listen to like the negative sides when it comes to autism, okay? The negative sides of autism because I've seen a lot of shows and I've seen a lot of stories where basically people um, try to make autism like so negative and like make people play characters with autism in a very negative way. So really though, that's a really big sting because that just I mean it also can prove that for a fact that people who also have autism can sometimes use that as a grudge. Now, here's the thing though. I do have autism. I do have autism, so yeah. And the thing is though, because just because I had autism though, however though, I grew up where basically if there was a situation that I had to solve, I would have to kick myself in the ass to figure it out. You know what I mean? Basically, when I turned 18, I had to rely on really though, like what can I do? Like how can I solve it and solve all these problems by myself? And truth be told, I was a really good problem solver, and I still am. Um, like how when it came to me trying to figure out all my classes for college, I figured that out by myself. Or if I needed to save money for something, I did that for myself. Or if I needed to just get out of a situation that I'm not very happy with, then I would have to figure that out. So yeah. Well, but yeah, it's yeah, so really though, yeah, it's hello. You don't need to be ashamed for being autistic, seriously. Yeah, I know for a fact I'm not trying to feel ashamed for being autistic. I just feel ashamed for those who like paint autism as like a very terrible light because that's what I grew up around. Basically, a lot of people who I grew up around a lot of people who taught their children that pretty much if somebody has autism, you basically look at them like they're a freak. And truth be told, that's a real sting. And there were times where some people might look at me and thought I was like normal or I was just moody or just going through like depression and anxiety, but did not know I had autism. Like, yeah, yeah, I saw like their point of views, meaning like specifically, I saw their point of view of what they think being autism is, or having autism is, or what being autistic is, and basically they would just paint it in a very negative light. So rather it being positive. Mind you, this is also coming from people, okay? People who I'm pretty sure were dealing with their own mental health struggles and choosing to take it out and talk and bring up subjects that they chose to have painted very negatively. So, yeah. But yeah, it wasn't until I remember I got older and in my yearbook for high school, I basically quoted that I had autism. And basically, I said, suck it. I said, suck it. Oh, I'm so sorry I did that. Sorry I did that gesture. My apologies. Um, but yeah, I told, basically, I wrote that in my yearbook quote and I just said, suck it, because why would I why would I now just waste my time and energy on people who think so negatively? Like I'm positive these are people who would never think of like all the negative sides of people who suffer from like either ADHD, ADD, bipolar, PTSD. Like you would never want to like always paint like the negative stuff of any other mental illness out there. And yeah, and if there's people that don't like me saying this stuff because I'm basically calling them out, then you know what? Guess what? I called you out. You chose to say all those horrible things because you chose not to do any proper research, and also I'm positive it's because you come from a household who of people who think very negatively of something or about someone that you chose to repeat in front of all your friends and other strangers. So, yeah. So, so yeah. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with being autistic, and there's also nothing wrong with having ADHD, ADD, bipolar, PTSD, or any form of mental illness that you have, because you know that it's a serious struggle that you have, and although there might be a person out there who obviously doesn't know, but could say like maybe they sympathize with you, meaning they're very sorry you're going through it, but obviously that would just be a tougher sentence to hear. But yeah, just know there's nothing wrong with being autistic. There's nothing wrong with having ADD. There's nothing wrong with having ADHD. There's nothing wrong with having a bipolar disorder. There's nothing wrong with having PTSD. There's nothing wrong with having any sort of mental health struggle you're going through. Okay? And if you're finding help for all those, then I applaud you for taking the first step to help you with your mental health. That is all I can say. And I'm very proud of you for that. Okay? I'm very proud of you for that. Okay, let's see. Anyways, let's talk about something else. Okay. Oh, okay. So this might be a little bit controversial for me to say, but basically, I, so you know how I talked about how I've been having issues sleeping? So recently I went and bought myself some melatonin. You heard that right. I bought myself some melatonin. Specifically, I bought those gummy melatonins. And well, I decided to try them out on the first night. And I kid you not, they work like magic. That's all I can say. What issue with your sleeping? So basically, for the past 2 weeks, I have been dealing with really ridiculous insomnia, meaning most nights basically I had a difficult time just trying to fall asleep, and well, it got pretty worse when one night I basically didn't get any sleep till like 12 o'clock, meaning like I didn't go to sleep till like midnight, and then that was hard for me because I had to wake up at 4 a.m. for my job. So, yeah, that had went on for 2 weeks, and I think it was Sunday night, I believe, meaning like this week, Sunday night. I was just like, you know what? I give up. I am buying myself some melatonin gummies because this is just getting ridiculous. Because I need to sleep. I need to sleep. So I went to the store with two of my siblings and one of my siblings' partner, and because we were there because we needed to buy some gifts because Sunday was also Mother's Day, and I had bought some gifts for obviously my mother and my grandmother, and and that's also where I bought the melatonin from the pharmacy, and yeah, so later that day when it was like around 8 o'clock, I decided to say, you know what, I know it's a little early, but I'm gonna get ready for bed, and before I fully go to sleep, I'm going to take the two melatonin gummies, and pretty much yeah. So that's what I did. I had taken the two melatonin gummies. They said it would take about like 30 minutes for the melatonin gummies to like take effect like that. So pretty much I was just like, okay, what can I do for the next 30 minutes or so? Um, yeah, just got ready for bed and, passed out in bed. That's it. And then after that, I just like fell asleep. Well, no, I placed my head on my pillow. I covered myself in sheets because I'm one of those people who can't sleep without a blanket. And then I closed my eyes. I fell asleep. And then I kid you not, um, the next morning I woke up, which was my day off or on this temporary schedule they have me on. I woke up at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock. Hi, how are you? I woke up at 6 o'clock. And I was like, what the? What is going on here? And what's weird is that, so I needed to drink needed to drink my water. Specifically, this one's a pineapple coconut water. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I was like, what just happened? how do I how do I have this energy and what happened? And the weird thing is though, I did not remember like tossing and turning that night. I was just like, what? Like, wow. like um I actually got sleep. I am new. What's the topic here? So currently right now I'm talking about for the first time I actually got proper sleep for a very long time, okay? After dealing with too much of like sleeping issues, that's all I can say. Plan on getting a haircut anytime soon? Yes, I am. I'm in desperate need of a haircut. That is true. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Yeah, so anyways, after that night, I basically was like, wow, that stuff really works. And now basically I told myself that I would only use the melatonin gummies specifically on nights I have to go into work the next day because pretty much like that's the main reason why I bought the melatonin gummies is because I need to have energy for work and I kid you not, I I just need the energy because half the time I am very tired, I am very sleepy, and yeah, I just need sleep, okay? I just need sleep. And well, yeah. So that's gonna be my plan. However, though, on nights that I'm not working, meaning like if there's a day of the week where I'm not working, then basically the night before I won't take any melatonin gummies and just pass out like that, which really wouldn't be a problem for me considering that I already feel very tired after being awake since 4 a.m. So, yeah. So yeah. No, I do not read your comment. What was your comment about? Okay. What would you do if okay, so he said yes would go. Go where? Yeah, that crystal ain't doing, and I like it. Okay, I like it. I like it, okay? It's a nice little fashion for me, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Why diss fashion? Okay. Even though yes, I know for a fact it's a necklace, it's still pretty nice to me. Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bottle of water. Okay. So yeah. Anyways. Oh wow, it's already past 2:30. That's nice. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I think I finally found a solution. Happy birthday, sleepy boy. Oh, thank you. Hold on. Sorry about that. British? No. Although I do have like some British ancestry in my blood apparently. Dude, please read my comment. I'm reading your comment. Next one down. What? Sorry, yeah, I don't know. What was your question? What was your question? I'm speak Celebrate with those voices in your head. Nice. Where are you from, friends? Okay, this person just asked, do you open the microwave before it beeps, or are you an animal? That's a very confusing answer. Um, well, when I use the microwave, after it beeps, I wait after it's done beeping, and then well, then I close. Oh! Sorry, my tripod has decided to fall. Okay. I spammed it. Well, spammed what question? Sorry, my tripod is apparently wanting to fall on me. My tripod is apparently trying to fall to the ground. I am very sorry, okay? Yeah, so anyways, okay, let me just explain, okay? My tripod, half the time it wants to stand up, right? Half the time my tripod wants to stand up, and other times it does not. So basically ends up falling. Like, I had recorded a video. I had recorded a video for my Instagram yesterday, and during the entire time, my tripod, because I had my phone on my tripod, it kept trying to fall. Kept trying to fall. I opened the microwave at 1 second left. I'm not a, yeah, that's not a problem actually. That's not a problem, okay? I've known lots of people do it and I've done it myself. Doesn't make me an animal. It just means I'm very hungry. Just means I'm very hungry and I'm a little bit impatient when I need my food. Hello from Arizona. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Um, I don't know who Triple T is. The only triple I know is Triple S. You know, Triple S, also known as the group that sings a lot of la la la. You know, la 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 la. You know, from their song "Are You Alive?" Yeah. Which I kid you not, I'm actually kind of shocked that Triple S has like so many members. Um, I'm shocked that Triple S has like so many members. Like, wow, I did not expect to see a K-pop group with that many members. I mean, I know there's also a K-pop group called like, I think they're NCT. I might be wrong. Please correct me if I am wrong. I think there's a group called like NCT that has like multiple members. But they also have like multiple subunits, which I feel like is the same thing with Triple S. Like Triple S, yes, they are 24 members, but they also have members where like some of them are in subunits. So yeah. Yeah, so you think I said Captain Oh Captain? No. I did not know of a story. I did not, hold on. Here's the thing though. I did not know of that movie until like I saw a clip when I was like in middle school. So, yeah. Happy birthday. Thank you. Um, but yeah, anyways, Triple S, I can't believe they have so many members. However, though, what kind of shocked me is that the oldest member was born in the same year as me, 2001, but the youngest member was born in 2010. Like, oh my God. Like, 2010? That's not an adult, that's a child. That is a full-on child. And that Triple S member is actually around the same age as my cousin, okay? Because I have a cousin that was born in 2010. So, yeah. What are you on the lives for? just to talk and chat with people and grow my audience and just like, have like good chats. Because obviously I do want to like make something of myself and I definitely do like want to grow more as like an influencer or something like that. I don't know. I think it's just because like after I had a after I started posting on TikTok a lot and yeah, how I'm shocked that I have over 15,000 followers on TikTok on I have over 15,000 followers on TikTok and I have over 9,000 followers on my Instagram. Um yeah. So, and now I'm here and my YouTube channel, yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Congrats, my guy. I don't know what you're congratulating me on. Wow, you really love the sound of your own voice. Thank you. Um, did you see my comment about melatonin? Oh, I did not. But I did not see a comment about the melatonin. I'm very sorry. Yeah, if you want to, you can try commenting it again. Can you say hello, Noah? Hello. How are you? Sorry, currently also right now my ear is being ridiculous. I only spammed it 20 times. Nice mole. Thanks. Apparently it's an inherent trait. Are you excited for the new Rolling Stones album? I did not know Rolling Stones was making a new album. Wow. And I had to learn that from me. I had to learn that from a comment. Thank you for telling me. You said you had a bunch of followers. I congratulated you and you act like, "Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't see your comment. My bad. My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you have a good day though. Okay? I hope you have a good day. Let's see. Hi from Bangladesh. Hello. Well, hi. Hello. Are you hmm, I don't know. Okay, first off, no, I'm not trans. I'm sorry. Sorry. Did you still don't see why comments? Sorry. Um Yeah, people troll me and say all these stuff here on my. I don't know why. I get more trolls here on YouTube than I do on any of my other social media platforms. I don't know why. I feel like people just troll me for no reason. And I do know for a fact, like obviously that's very common on the internet, you deal with a lot of trolls and haters and honestly though I have dealt with that like so many times whenever I go live on here. Yeah. So I'm just like to the point where I'm just like okay, okay. There's trolls, there's haters. But now that I'm like 25, I slowly have begun to realize, you know what? You know what? People are gonna send me flowers, and other people are gonna try to throw dirt on my name or try to throw dirt at my face or anything like that. But really, though, I just need to think of it as like a garden. Okay? I just need to think of it as I just need to think of it as a garden because really, though, all the trolls and haters are just gonna do is, you know, lose more dirt for their garden and just putting it in mine or anyone else's. Okay? I need your advice. What advice? Yeah. You're a rose in a garden. Hmm. Well, that is nice. That is nice to say. Yeah, I have actually, speaking of which, that's actually like one thing I've been thinking about. So I have been thinking about like trying to make like little like brand clothes, like hoodies or shirts or anything like that. And I do love the idea of like a rose. I don't know why, but immediately my mind always goes to roses. So, what's your religion? I am Lutheran, Christian. Hmm. I don't know. I do pray to God every morning, so there you go. Let's see. Little bro's mental because you told him to stop complaining. And yeah. I'm too emotional and sensitive for YouTube. You're a hater, aren't you? Okay, this person said a guy stole, hold on, what was it? A guy stole my girl from me 5 years ago, but I didn't do anything about it, like hurting the guy. It's bothering me still. What do I do? Okay, well, first off, if a guy has stole your girl, then basically do not chase after the girl because clearly the girl has obviously commitment issues and chooses to betray people in the worst possible way. My only suggestion is just like try to move on if you can. If you need time to like process the relationship that you had then with that person, then take as much time as you need. But also realize that one day, when you're good and ready, there will be somebody out there who will actually be loyal to you, who you can trust, and who you hopefully will build a future with. Um, and to that guy who stole your girl, trust me when I say I'm pretty sure that he obviously is just like that girl, not loyal, not faithful to any of potential partners that he wants. So, yeah. So, Logan, all I can say is I hope you take your time, okay? Take your time, heal as much as you need, okay? And I hope one day you actually meet someone who is faithful and loves you, okay? That's all I can say. Will I get cheated on? Yes, 100%. I actually have been cheated on, so there you go. If you don't know what it's like being cheated on, then clearly you don't know the feeling. So, okay, you're welcome, Logan. Okay, and like I said, whenever you're ready to like go out there and date, then you should be, it should be on your time, your energy, and nobody's peer pressuring you to do anything like that. Okay? Try to rush to find a new date. That is all I can say, okay? Okay. Thoughts on the LGBTQ plus community? Well, I'm bisexual, so obviously, so I'm a part of the community. I don't know. I said obviously. I'm a part of the community. I believe that people deserve to love who they should love and be who they are without any judgments or discrimination or anything like that, okay? In all communities, we should just try and get along, but I know for a fact, like, that's just saying that obviously is. I don't know how to explain it. Just saying that can like tick somebody off because obviously there's other communities that don't think that way. But yeah, I do think that, love is love and people should not be ashamed to love who they want to love and also shouldn't be ashamed to be themselves. Okay? Let's see. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. Today's my birthday, so wow. Chat didn't really need to know your. Yeah, and people tend to ask, so I figured be blunt and truthful, then, And also, I have low self esteem and self confidence. How to boost it, you think? What do you do? Okay, Logan. Let's see. For my self esteem, mostly to help me like give me confidence boost, I always like try to find ways to like, what can help like cheer me up after a very rough day. So one of the things I do is write, which I know sounds pretty basic, but I do write. I tend to write down my feelings in a journal, or if you see me go live on here and draw or paint a lot, that's also something I do. I draw and paint a lot. And yeah, I also find out that that helps me too. Um, I think really though, when you get older, okay, when you get older, you tend to like just not care about what people think because it's just like ridiculous because what do you mean I can't walk into a store or anything like that while because here's the thing though, I've once went into a restaurant dressed as Michael Myers. Once I dressed up as Michael Myers from head to toe. I was Michael Myers. I was dressed up as Michael Myers in a Chili's. I was in Michael Myers in an IHOP. I was dressed up as Michael Myers at an AT&T store, okay? I was also dressed up as Michael Myers in a oh shoot, what was it? Oh, Noodles and Company. Yeah. Basically, I dressed up as Michael Myers, and the minute I took the mask off, people looked at me and went, "What's wrong with you?" Now, here's the thing though. At the time, I was working at a Halloween store, and yeah, let's just say we'd have to find it. We didn't have that many bathrooms, so we tend to have to go to like the store next door, or at least a restaurant at least, to ask and use one of their bathrooms. And I think us dressed up in like Halloween costumes kind of confuses people. But hey, if I can go into like a family restaurant dressed up as Michael Myers or a clown or anything like that, really, then yeah, pretty much it's just like, well, that is all I can say. Wow, it takes 5 minutes to respond to my comment. Fave horror movie. Let's go with top five. Ooh, I'd rather have Michael Myers running around town than what? Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Be my bestie. Sure. Happy birthday, mate. Thank you. Please focus on religious side of life. Um, well, if you want to know if I pray, I do pray every morning. Is it your birthday? Yes, today's my birthday. I'm officially 25. I officially lived a quarter century on this earth. And the only thing I can say is, wow. I don't have any birthday gifts. I don't have any birthday gifts to well, open up on my live stream, okay? Because here's the thing though, normally on my birthdays, they always fall like on a day where like people are busy, so yeah, and because most of my acquaintances, most of my friends are like always busy throughout like the week. Pretty much it's hard to get together. And also family members too. So you don't watch horror? Who said that? I love horror. I basically breathe horror, okay? I love watching horror podcasts, okay? And also horror animations, okay? And I kid you not, I love basically anything horror or criminal, okay? I think the first time though, and I think I already talked about it, the first time I ever loved horror was when I was like 10 and I watched things related to Tim Burton, which I know for a fact aren't like obviously like very gruesome or anything like that, but I love the dark. I don't know. I want to say like I love how like they always find a way to get creative by touching about how like even in dark places there can always be light. So yeah. And then when I was a kid, I loved an old show. It was called Growing Up Creepy, where basically it was a show about this girl who was raised by bugs, and pretty much her name is Creepy Creature, and basically she went to a school with obviously normal kids, and yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I just fell in love with the show as a kid. And I don't know if it's like I was allowed to watch it because like it was on the PBS. It was on the PBS channel, or at least it was called PBS at the time. And pretty much it told stories about like bugs and such, like certain bugs and plants. So yeah. You ever watched the Goosebumps? Yes, I've watched Goosebumps as a kid. However, though, I do not watch the reboot because, why? Quick question though, why do why do so many people try to like try to remake like such good classics and just ruin them? Okay, specifically trying to make like shows that fit like the Gen Alpha generation than keeping the classics with like what my generation grew up with, and also a little bit of the millennials. Yeah. Excuse me, sorry. Specifically, like all those old horror TV shows like Goosebumps and Haunting Hour, The Haunting Hour. Like, seriously though, those were classics, and every day when I would come home from school, I remembered I would always want to watch them, okay? I was always wanting to watch them. I don't care if people thought I was weird that I loved to watch horror cartoon shows, okay? Or horror shows, okay? I don't care. I would be sitting on my butt fl on the floor, okay? And just scrolling on the TV, hoping for one of my favorite shows to pop up, and then boom. Okay? Behind me? What's behind me? I don't see anything behind me. Except a wall, a bed, and some sheets, and a pillow. That's it. Whoa, oh sorry, I didn't see your simple question. I'm sorry. Okay. The American Horror Story remake. Which shows? Okay, so like obviously the Goosebumps. Goosebumps. House Tour? No. No. Sorry, this ain't my house. This ain't my house. If I save up enough money and like somehow miraculously make like a lot of money, then eventually I'll have a house, so. There's a green slimy monster under your bed. Oh, you mean like Monster Blood? Fridge tour? No, you're not getting it. Why do you want a tour of the fridge of a fridge that's not even mine? It's not my fridge. It is my parent and step parents' fridge. No, not my fridge. So, yeah. I like Goosebumps too. Thank you. Um, yeah, so anyways, what were you saying? Oh yeah, the green stuff from Monster Blood. So, how old are you? I'm 25, okay? I want to get to know you. Really? Just earlier you were getting angry at me. Hmm. Yeah. But anyways, so let's see. Yeah. I love Goosebumps series, and I also loved A Haunting Hour. Specifically, I love that one. It was like a two-part episode, I believe, where basically these two kids go down to see their grandfather in Florida, only for them to find out that their grandfather had turned himself into a vampire. Okay, he had turned himself into a vampire, and basically the other vampires try to like go after his grandchildren, but then he saved his grandchildren, and well. But however, though their grandfather is apparently still a vampire, but then later you hear like werewolves, so now you're thinking, oh great, now they gotta fight werewolves. Great. No, you're gay? That's fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Okay, nothing wrong with being gay. Okay, be yourself. Be you. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't get mad at you on your birthday. Thank you, I guess. Please show us outside. No. I mean, I did post a video, a short video of me going on a walk, so you can definitely go check that out. Hmm. How a human being can turn into a vampire. I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, that's the one thing I did not get from the show. Well, from that episode of the show, A Haunting Hour. But yeah, I loved. I love that episode. That's the one episode I loved. All the other episodes, they're fine, but kind of like leave a lot of like plot twists. Like for that one thing, there's that one episode where basically these three teenagers end up in the woods, but then somehow end up in a cycle, and then two of the friends manage to escape and find a way out, whereas their one friend had to stay back and get behind because apparently the woods were cursed, and she turned into like this witchy, I don't know, goblin monster thing. I don't know. But yeah, there's always like cliffhangers that like leave me confused. That is all I can say. I do not like a show that leaves a cliffhanger, okay? Seriously though, I want to know the rest. Like please continue the story. Please don't leave us on a cliffhanger. That is literally the most annoying thing you could ever do. That is something I cannot handle. Um, what's the crystal about on your necklace? So I was told that this is a clear crystal and basically it's supposed to like, bring you like peace. Um, where do you find that? Find what? I need context on that question. Hey bro, can you please go easy on the what the? It's disgusting. What's wrong with what's wrong with people? Having a good conversation, and then that comment just popped right in. You eat you eat a lot of power. You mean like electricity? You definitely use a lot of power. Because quite frankly, you need power. You need electricity to operate your house. I'm talking about the grandfather who turned into a vampire. Where did you get that? Tell me. Okay, so basically, it's from a show called A Haunting Hour. Basically, it's a TV show that's kind of like it's like a Goosebumps sort of reference or like sort of series, or it's like a series related to Goosebumps, but not really. Um, but somehow it's like still like connected to R.L. Stein. If you don't know who R.L. Stein is, R.L. Stein is the author of the Goosebumps. So yeah. Okay, thank you very much. But anyways, yeah, so it's called A Haunting Hour. A Haunting Hour, you got that right. It's called A Haunting Hour, and yeah, I hope you find the episode I'm talking about. Okay. Um. Oh, sorry. It is getting. Yeah, I have to get ready. I have to get ready to get off live now. I do want to say thank you everyone for joining my live today. I will be live again on Saturday. Is it available on YouTube? As far as I know, yes. The episodes of A Haunting Hour is available on YouTube, but it's on a playlist, so there you go. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining my live stream today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I will be going live again on Saturday, so if you want to, make sure you click on the bell notifications so you can you can yeah, you can be notified when I go live this Saturday. I will also be still be posting short videos here and there throughout the week, leading up till Saturday. So yeah, see you Saturday. See you Saturday. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, thank you everyone also, and thank you all for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful day and or night. Take care, stay safe, and I love ya. Mwah. Oh, and to anyone new here, I always end up blowing a kiss to the camera before I get off live. So, mwah. So yeah, thank you again to everyone for showing up on my live stream today. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, and I hope you have a good day. Take care, stay safe, and see you Saturday. Okay? Mwah. Bye.